In 2014, voters approved $4 million to invest in residential neighborhoods through a program called TURN. It stands for Transforming Urban Residential Neighborhoods. Leave your questions about this segment in the comment field and we will respond. Donna Perry, Senior Project Supervisor, joins us with details. Donna, thank you so much for joining us to have this conversation about TURN. Council thought it was very important to have this as one of the tenets of the bond projects. And now for the last couple of years, we've been engaging the community around TURN, and you've been hands-on here in helping and working through that. So tell us a little bit about TURN project, the kind of stuff that you're seeing investments happen with these dollars.
Well, as you know, the TURN program has been a very attractive and very viable program for the city of Winston-Salem. Right now, we currently have 85 TURN cases in our program pipeline. Of those 85 cases, 67 applications were directly submitted for the TURN program. The remainder came through our existing rehab pipeline, and after the TURN areas were identified, we were able to pull those cases because those properties were now in a TURN neighborhood and put them into the TURN program. It is a program that has been very attractive and has caused a great deal of interest and demand. So much so that we are currently recruiting for a new TURN loan officer and construction advisor to specifically focus on the demand for the TURN program.
That was going to be one of my questions a little later on in terms of how the demand that's out there, and I know we've engaged community and I know that they've had applications in, and so it's such a high demand program. Like anything else, is going to have some backlog in terms of trying to get through application review, and so it's good to know that we're trying to staff up the area to make sure we have the folks in place. And so with those applications, what are the kind of things that we're seeing investment in? Is it new roof repair, HVAC replacements in the homes? What are the kind of things that we're seeing these dollars make a difference in?
In all of those, Councilmember Montgomery, the homes that we go into, we're primarily focusing on houses that will meet the minimum housing code standards. That's what we want to do. We want to bring these homes up to standards that are set by for the city of Winston-Salem. We'll go into some of the homes and we will find deplorable conditions, and it's sad. It's very, very disturbing to see people living in that type of environment. So whatever we can do within that $45,000 cap for the TURN program, we're going to do to help these people to have a safe, healthy, and a comfortable home. Particularly, we are focusing on houses that may have been built prior to 1978, and we do a lead inspection on those homes because lead-based paint hazards are very toxic to children, especially those that are under the age of 6 years old. So we go into those homes and we do an inspection. We also will then work with the homeowners to make sure that whatever we're going to do is going to be within their desires, within certain limitations. They are able to pick out materials that would be in their home that we would need to do as far as any painting if necessary, cabinet replacement, flooring, and then, as you mentioned, the roofs and the heating systems.
And so with the program itself, if you're in a TURN neighborhood and you want to, one, have more information about the program or even to apply, where do you start?
Well, a lot of the TURN areas, we work with their community neighborhood associations. They can call me directly through our city link information that's provided. Email me to my city email address. We also go out into the neighborhoods. We will attend community events. We present information. We will oftentimes have a loan officer there who can take an application or provide an application package. Giving us their name and information, we can call them back, set up a time for an individual to come into the office. We can go to their homes. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be getting ready to go to a home as soon as I finish here. So we're going to be accommodating to the people and what their needs are.
Yes, and I know that I've had conversation with individuals who've gone through and who've had success with the program. And for many, it is greatly impactful for them to have this kind of work done on their properties. And so for the public to understand, what are the guidelines for the folks who receive these dollars? For a homeowner, there's one set, and for an investor-owner property, there's another set in terms of how the terms work through that. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. For a homeowner who is actually going to be living in the property, they can borrow up to $45,000. It comes in the form of a loan, and the interest rate can be from a 0 to a very low rate. If the individual remains in the home after 5 years, that loan is forgiven. For an investor or someone who owns a property but they have a tenant, after the end of 7 years, their loan is forgiven. Now, there are guidelines that apply, and the overall attractiveness of that feature of the program has just brought out, like I said, a lot of interest and demand for the. Obviously, there is a need. There's definitely a need within the city of Winston, and in all of the wards, we have designated turn areas. In the East Ward alone, we have Dreamland and Reynoldstown, and we have 20 active cases in the East Ward. So, as I said before, in order to meet the demand for that, bringing on new staff is certainly going to be a lift for us.
Well, I think it's going to be an exciting opportunity for us to continue to see investment in our communities. And when we think about housing and quality of housing, everyone, I think, who lives and works in communities, at the end of the day, one of the things that anyone wants to have is be able to go into a clean, safe place to put their head.
Absolutely.
And I think these dollars are going to go a long way to help move some of our communities towards making sure that everyone has that real opportunity. So thank you for what you do. Thank you for the work that you're doing in the department. And we look forward to more opportunities for the community to engage in how we can improve the quality of the housing stock that we have in our community. So again, for the public to know, if they want more information about that, they can go online to the city's website.
Yes.
They can contact CityLink, or they can contact you directly.
That's correct.
To be able to learn more about what's happening.
Absolutely.
All right, thank you so much, Donna.
Thank you.
Remember, you can get more information by calling Donna Perry through CityLink at 336-727-8000 or by email at donnap@cityofws.org.